All right, welcome back to this edition of the Renegade Report. And now we had the coaches spotlight with Coach Peyton. Always a pleasure to have Coach P in the studio. But right now, it's time to get on some player stuff with my biggest boss ballers of all time, Kamron Willman, sophomore, Alejandro Murillo, our freshman, who's been on fire. How you doing, fellas?
Real good, Kenny. Thanks for having us.
Well, it's always a pleasure. I talk about how jealous I am of y'all having this spoiled atmosphere. Y'all got TV shows and reporters and stuff. We ain't had none of this when I was playing, man. Y'all get treated like major leaguers already, man.
Hey, as time goes on, you know what I'm saying, you gotta switch it up a little bit.
There we go.
Oh.
And our sports media department is definitely doing a great job switching it up. Brandon Urie, Coach Sandy Taylor, Mr. Ford, everybody down there in the athletics department. I love working for those guys. They make my job very easy. So let's talk about the season. We've been on fire, Cam.
Yep.
What's been the most special part about the process for you, being that you've had a chance to take part in the process over the last 3 years? So let's just talk about how it feels for you.
Just like you said, the past 3 years, every team has been different, and so like. Just that change from year to year is something special to be a part of. And this season, we've had something special that we haven't the past 2 years.
Absolutely.
We got a good group of old guys, good group of young guys, and we all just love playing with each other, and that's really what it's about.
I agree. I talked to Coach P about how frustrating it was for me being the media guy and, announcing the games sometimes and seeing us not finish games. In 2017. 2018, we started improving on that. We had the ability to finish a lot more games. Pitching became a lot more stronger than it was 2 years ago.
Of course.
And that leads to closing games very well. So speaking of pitching, let's go ahead and transition to our man with the golden arm, Alejandro Murillo. How you doing, sir?
Good, and you?
Good. I'm doing fantastic. So being that you're a freshman, let's let the world know where you're from.
I'm from Stockdale.
Stockdale High, Mustangs. Shout out to the Mustangs. Corey Hall, Derek Carr, all my OGs. Salute. But the ability to come from a school like, I said the ability to come from a school like Stockdale, which is, a pretty prestigious organization from the newer schools who've come in. How's it feel transitioning to the powerhouse of Bakersfield College and playing with guys, all-stars like Kamron Willman?
Well, I think it's a different breed, to be honest, because, in high school you face people with good talent but not the size.
Absolutely.
And then now going into the JC level, it's more men.
Yes. You're pitching.
And you get a different perspective. So it's don't get me wrong, my first game, it was scary. I saw, big men. I was like, oh, it was like, it's real now. But, it feels good. It's just something that you have to go through. It's just development.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you touched on that because I was a starter as a freshman in '94, and I had the opportunity to play on a team full of grown men because Taft Junior College had just closed, right? So we got all of their players that were out here, and they came to Bakersfield College. They had 25-year-old D1 kickbacks from Florida State, like Michigan, all these old dudes that were great athletes but were only kicked back because they got in trouble or something like this. And here I am, this 18-year-old freshman with a locker room full of adults who I have to make them believers in my ability, and that's what I like to reflect on more with freshmen. And why I'm glad you hit on that, because it's up to us right away to establish an identity so our teammates know that they can depend on us.
Yeah.
So how did that feel midway through your 9-1 season when you started realizing that, hey, I can hold my own at this level? How was that experience for you?
It makes me feel more comfortable, but it's just of course, I don't have the size like everyone does. So it makes me feel a bit
Like you got a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah, a little bit. Because, when people, the other teams, when they see me on the mound, they're like, oh, this guy's just a...
Yeah, easy.
Easy pitcher. So, and then when I come, when they realize that I have more stuff than they think I do, it kind of brings your confidence up. So I mean,
Absolutely.
It's just
That's what I wanted to hear out of you, because I identify with you in that realm. I remember midway through the season, now I'm continuing to be the starter when other people have been pulled out of that starting role, because I'm able to hold my own, even though I was 155 pounds soaking wet, and lined up across from a 6'5", 210-pound receiver that think he's just gonna handle you, and you shut him down. That gives you the confidence to continue to excel. And one thing I got to tell you, you maybe feel like you're a little light, but with Coach P's weight and strength program, Zach Peters and all these people that we got walking around campus, you're going to put on another 20 pounds over the next year, and then you'll be right where you feel like you need to be as you transition to the next level. So speaking of transitions, let's talk about the excitement of transitions for Mr. Willman. Yeah. Cam, let's let the world know what you got under your sleeve as far as your transition to the next level.
Yeah, so I'll be playing at Kansas State next year. And,
K-State!
It's a blessing, everything I went through, growing up, and this game being my first love, and, all my hard work, I'm getting awarded for it and stuff like that. But at the same time, we know where we're at in the season, and with the season winding down, we're still focused on what we need to do right here.
And boy, you just gave me goosebumps, because I know you was born into this game.
Yes, sir.
Your daddy was a player.
Yes,
Your
sir.
Uncle G is one of the most genius baseball minds. He could tell you every stat
Yes, sir.
that in the world. You know what I mean? I grew up around these cats, your uncle and your dad, and I used to get tired of them throwing baseball stats. I'm like, man, give it a break, man. God, I know you know. But you were born into this role. And to hear you talk about, I'm happy about the next level. I know I have this coming up, but I still have work to do. I'm not surprised that you had that mentality, because you were born into this. It's in you, not on you. You feel me?
Exactly.
It's a lot of people that throw this shirt on and feel like they're going to just be great immediately. It takes a lot of hard work
That's not how it works.
to get to where you are, and a lot of sacrifice. You had an up and down situation. Your other brother, the other half of the twins, already took off on you.
Yeah.
And you had to stay here. I know how depressing that can be.
Yeah, it was sometimes. It was. I miss my bro.
Absolutely.
But us being apart, we really got a chance to become our own individuals.
That's
and I feel like that's helped us tremendously.
Man.
I mean, when I talk to him and things like that over there, he's having a blast. He's doing things that I never would have thought he'd be doing, with me and stuff like that. So he's finding out who he really is, and I'm doing the same back home. So.
Man, that's a beautiful story, man.
Yes,
I work in Hollywood and film and music and all that stuff, man. I could write that movie up and make that a moneymaker ASAP. ASAP. So Murillo, back to you. You have the sophomore leadership in Cam. We talked about the pressure that comes with being a freshman and what pressure is put on your shoulders. I just want to let you know how proud of you I am to see you carry that pressure all the way through the regular season.
Thank you.
9-1 on the year. Let's get into some of these numbers. 9-1 on the year, 73 innings pitched. You only gave up 67 hits. That means you're not really giving up more than 6 hits a game.
Efficient.
I feel like as a team, if you're able to have a pitcher where he's not giving up more than 5 hits a game, when really out of those 5 hits, maybe one, if that, is a home run.
Yeah,
you
or
feel
hit
me?
hard.
That
Yeah.
puts us in a position to actually be successful as a team, because you're doing your job from an individual standpoint. And we're team guys. Baseball is a team sport. Football is team sport.
Yes.
But the individual pressure that you put on yourself is what's going to make you great. And that's what you got to have. Either you got it or you don't. So to see you be able to perform at this level, ERA of 2.5, you give up less than 3 runs a game, it's going to be pretty successful as a baseball team, don't you think?
Yeah.
How does it feel for you to have that kind of performance throughout the year?
I mean, it feels good, but people ask me and they say, like, oh, what if oh, my bad.
That's all right.
So what if you didn't do well? And it's like, it doesn't matter. You just go out and pitch. Your job, you got to do your job as an individual.
Absolutely.
People have their own individual jobs, and it's job description. But my job is to throw strikes, so I don't put pressure on myself just doing my own job.
Wow. Beautiful. 64 strikeouts on the year. You know, fantastic season. You know, but like you said, we're not satisfied.
Exactly.
We got this conference championship bling coming, but we want the real bling. We want the state championship, and we want the outright. The last time we swing the bat or throw the pitch, it was for all the marbles, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I got to tell you guys, man. You know, I'm a multi-sport guy, but one regret I have is not being able to give as much time to be a baseball guy because I probably could still be playing, man. No, but anyway, I'm glad that I've had the honor to share this time with you guys and watch you develop. You know, I've known you since you were a baby.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? To see the development and the hard work continue to pay off, and now you continue in the family legacy that my cousin Daniel Calvin had and taking your Renegade success onto the K-State
Yes,
Wildcats Big 12 success. I'm so proud of you, bro.
Thanks, Kenny. I appreciate that.
So proud of
appreciate
you.
it.
Murillo, so proud of your performance as a Renegade freshman who was a starter for 11 games. Potato Bowl champion. That's something that we share, being champions as freshmen. You know what I mean? Not many people be able to celebrate that. It's a huge accomplishment for you to be able to have that championship tag your first year as a freshman, because what it's going to do is going to make you hungry for that success for the rest of your career.
Yep.
And I know that firsthand. All right? So, guys, look forward to seeing you capture this outright title.
Yes, sir.
Friday, I'll be there with bells on.
Heck
I
yeah.
might put my hats and shades on like you pop always and cross my arms.
Oh, man.
Eat my seeds.
Kitty got
like
it down to the T.
What? Man, this is my guys, man. This is my guys, man. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of Coach P. Anything I can do off the field, y'all know where to find me, all right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right, this has been Kenny Calvin with BC Men's Baseball. After the break, we'll transition to the other side and go with BC Softball. Hopefully, Coach Rowe and a couple of her heavy hitters are out there in the green room. We'll be right back after the break.